Research shows that Kiev is one of the most overrated capitals in Europe, but this is not true, because Kiev has the best foods, bustling nightlife, rich and diverse history. The truth is Kiev is a massive city, and navigating its many districts and neighborhoods can be challenging. That's why we've compiled a list of interesting places that would make it less stressful for you. Whether you're looking to party, sightsee or eat your way through the city, we've got you covered. Here are the interesting places to visit in Kiev, Ukraine. Number 1. St. Sophia's Cathedral. St. Sophia's Cathedral is one of 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Ukraine and was granted important status during the 1980s. This cathedral is one of the oldest and most stunning of Kiev's great places of worship. Extra structures have been added over the years to make it more alluring to vacationers. Number 2. St. Andrew's Church. St. Andrew's Church is one more significant milestone found in Podil and probably the most established area in the city. This congregation was built by the Russian draftsman Bartolomeo Rastrelli during the days of Catherine the Great. Although the congregation is no longer used for church exercises, it actually houses a significant collection of paintings and models that draws in tourists. Number 3. National Art Museum of Ukraine. The National Art Museum is one of the most visited historical centers in Ukraine. It was laid out in 1897 by a fruitful benefactor of human expression, Bogdan Konenko, who was determined to construct the first museum in the country. With his success, he ensured the structure contains a collection of significant figures, works of art, and symbols. The historical center also shows the work crafted by contemporary specialists and is recognized all over the planet as a significant portrayal of craftsmanship from Eastern Europe. Number 4. Kiev Pechersk Lavra Monastery. This religious community complex was established by 2 priests of the caverns, namely St. Anthony and St. Theodosius. Developed over a progression of caverns excavated by the priests, it is surprising to think they date to the 11th century. Whenever you visit this spot, don't miss the underground tombs, where priests are covered under glass. Also, you'll track down a genuinely frightening and somewhat fearful look into the past, and one of the most special sights of the city. Number 5. Mariyinsky Palace. This palace is the official ceremonial home for the President of Ukraine. After a fire destroyed the original structure, the palace was rebuilt in 1870, following the model of the old drawings. Number 6. Independence Square. Independence Square had its global presence in 2004 as the location of the Orange Revolution, when the power of the people changed Ukrainian history and the eventual fate of the country. As the focal square in the city, numerous celebrations, shows, and parades take place in the area. The attraction contains 6 well springs, a cascade, and an enormous segment addressing Ukrainian autonomy. In the evening, it makes for an incredible people-watching spot, and there is frequently a light show and music with the well springs on a bright presentation. Tourists will find this area a convenient location for their visit to the city, as it is near many shops, cafes, and well-known regions. Number 7. Mezhyhirya. Mezhyhirya was a former presidential palace situated in a beautiful area on the banks of the attractive Dnieper River. This building is a symbol and reminder of overindulgence and institutional greed and corruption. Inside its gated walls, there are tennis courts, a shooting range, an equestrian club, a helicopter cushion, an ostrich ranch, a dog kennel, a golf course, and hunting grounds, which are all built while the inhabitants of the nation struggle to feed itself. The best part of this building is that its surrounding gardens are beautifully maintained, which makes it the best spot to have a picnic. Number 8. National Opera and Ballet of Ukraine. Starting around 1867, the National Opera of Ukraine has been a social backbone in Kiev. The great construction that houses the social establishment is loaded up with the interesting architecture and has modern amenities, after it was reconstructed following an overwhelming fire disaster during the 1980s. It's one of the most well-known social attractions in the city. A large number of individuals in the course of the last century have visited this spot and this counting. Number 9. Museum of the History of Ukraine in the Second World War. Opened in 1981, the Museum of the History of Ukraine in the Second World War is situated on the banks of the Dnieper River. Inside the complex, you will observe everything connected with the role that Ukraine played in the Second World War, honored in sculptures and relics, similar to garbs, letters, and bigger parts of history like planes and big guns. Number 10. St. Volodymyr's Cathedral. St. Volodymyr's Cathedral is one of the city's most critical houses of worship. From the second you stroll into the entryway, you are welcomed by the astounding Byzantine-style architecture, an art that most tourists find exciting. When you visit, take note that both men and women will need to be appropriately dressed, and women will need a headscarf. Be mindful of the time as well. Number 11. The Golden Gates. Although the original Golden Gate was dismantled in the Middle Ages, the gates that are here today pay honor to the main gate in the 11th century that helped fortify Kiev. At the gates, you will also find a branch of the Sophia of Kiev Museum, and several vendors in traditional dress sell local wildflowers around the monument. Number 12. Feofaniya Park. Feofaniya Park is a beautiful respite in the bustling city of Kiev. Located near the southern outskirts, this park became part of the Soviet state farm system and home to the main observatory for the Institute of Botany of the Ukrainian Academy of Science. This school is well known in Ukraine and Europe for its studies of biodiversity. Go for a walk in the recreation area and explore the lavish plant life and novel plants that call this park home. It's a great way to spend a lunch break or just get away from the city to get refreshed. Now you can see that Kiev shouldn't be underrated at all. There are many interesting places to visit this city. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful and educative, subscribe to the channel now, click on the bell icon, smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.